I'm trying to grow some rutabaga this year, and so far I'm having pretty good luck. Take a look and I'll show you. Okay, it's the 20th today, and you can see the rutabagas are really coming up. Look at that. And it looks like pretty good germination right now. Okay, it's time to relocate these rutabagas. As you can see under the lights in the house there, these have gotten very, very leggy, and so I've got to get them out here. What I'm going to try to do is just temporarily take these and put them in these little grow cups here, and just so they can try to get some roots off and not be so leggy, because it's nice and sunshiny out here now. During the day it gets 70, 80 degrees in here. Anyway, I'm going to transfer them here temporarily so that they can grow roots and get stronger before I put them over here in the grow beds where there's soil, because I don't think they'd survive right now. Alright, it's February the 28th, and I finally planted, or kind of semi-transplanted, these rutabaga plants. They were getting too tall, they were getting leggy, and I planted them here. I've got most of them right here. One of them doesn't look like it's too happy with life, but these others look like they're pretty good. Now what I'm worried about is maybe I let them get a little bit too leggy before I transplanted them in here. And I hope in this environment that they'll grow a little stronger. They're getting full sunlight now, and then we'll be able to plant them over in the other place for the rutabagas. Here's the other bunch of them. See these over here? These all look like they're growing quite well in here. I just hope they grow well enough to basically transplant them in the soil where they belong. And here's the last one of them. As you can see, I planted these 16th February. They sprouted quickly, and they started growing like this, and it's the last day of February right now. So that didn't take long, and I'm hoping they get strong enough to transplant over here in the environment that I usually use for these, and I hope they work. Okay, well here's a quick check on the rutabagas. As you can see, they are coming along fine and growing pretty well. Now here's even one that's left over. Where did I put it? It's well, I can't find it now. That's a weed there. Yeah, there was one that was just barely growing. Now this, I'm thinking that must be a cherry tomato or something that I dropped in there, because it's sprouting stuff. So I'll let that grow up a little bit more and pull them out of there and use them. Oh yeah, here we go. There it is. It's a little bit of a leftover rutabaga that was too small to harvest. But that's what this is right here. It's coming out of there. So the rutabaga harvest is going pretty well. Well, it's the first day of June right now, and the last report was the middle of April. So it's really been just a little bit over a month now, a month and a half maybe, yeah, something like that. Anyway, and there's been a lot of growth here on these rutabagas. And let me grab the camera here and I'll show you just how much. And this is really surprising to me a little bit, just how much, it's grown. It's a month and a half since the last report, remember? And they were just little tiny plants then. So let me show you here. Okay, for example, here's one. Look at the size of that. Let me put my fingers in there so you can kind of put my hand back there so you can kind of see how big that is. Well, let me try to, there you go. You can see that's pretty big, pretty good sized. And you can see there's all different sizes back here. Something like, there's one there, and there's one that's not too big. There's another big one. Now these have got a lot of growth yet to do, so I think, well, there's a nice big one back there. See that? So the longer these grow, the better they're going to get. They keep growing and growing, I think, until, they're really big. But anyway, just thought I'd let you know that here in this greenhouse environment, look at that one, boy. These are doing well. These are, I can pull these out of here now and harvest them. and they'll do just, they'll be fine. But I'm going to let them grow a little more before I start harvesting them. Well, for any of you that might be wondering what happened to those tomato plants that I said must be a cherry tomato that dropped, I did scoop them out like a claw and then put them in here, and you see they're doing quite well. In just a little while I'll be able to transplant them and have some tomatoes, whatever they are, big ones, little ones, who knows, we'll find out.